I'm Shelley Covert. I'm the spokesperson for the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe. We are the tribe that was located here in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Our history here is incredibly long. We have archaeological sites that date back 9,000 to 11,000 years here very locally. Gold was discovered in Nisenan territory. So our family somehow exist here through all the violence and misfortune that happened after the gold rush.
My grandfather, he was one of the 18 that survived what you can call the Holocaust or genocide or extermination. They all fit. They tried to exterminate our people.
We're here today, even though we're sort of ghosts in our homeland without federal recognition. A lot of times history has left us out of the history books, and we're not reflected out there in the community where we can see ourselves and where our community can see us as a key component of our landscape where we are today.
We have little clusters of tribal members, but as far as it goes for the major community of all the tribal members, it's extremely difficult without a central place to gather.
What I keep hearing is this key point that keeps reverberating no matter what generation it is the need to be together.
We need a place that we can call our own, where we can gather.
And I do believe that's born from the land itself around us. I think the land wants us back, and we need the land in so many ways.
And so many times the community, which is wonderful, will call and say, oh, the land's calling, will you come visit? And so we go out and we visit, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful, but then we have to shake hands and say thank you and leave. It's like our home, but we're not welcome there.
We are at an ancient village site, Yulića, one of the villages that swore allegiance to the Nevada City Rancheria.
The Woolman folks who ran this land for a very long time and were the stewards here, they were very interested in some kind of land rematriation, like land back movement. They also have their own debts and responsibilities that they have to tie up, which they may have the heart and they wish they could just hand it over to us, but that is not the case. And that's why there's this dollar amount attached to the land. It ticks so many boxes. There's already built structures here. There's space to spread out. The water is right there. The ravens, the hawks, the mountain lion we saw when we were out here last time.
There's so much open space here and so many activities we can do and so many culture practices that we can actually bring back to this landscape. So we can do fire practices, we can do cutting practices, stump painting practices, and pulling practices. So we actually have a chance to take a little bubble here and showcase it to the rest of the county of what actually works and what doesn't work, but we can do it from a cultural stance.
There's not enough housing here to house the entire tribe, but some people are living in sheds with no heat, no running water, raising kids in these environments. There's enough space here to bring them in and at the very least get them housed immediately.
There is a commercial kitchen. We have youth in our tribe that want to be chefs.
I think the other really big thing is the access to the cultural resources that are on site here that are somehow still remain. So there's a medicine rock up on the hill and a ceremonial spot.
Medicine Rock is amazing, and I think that's another place that our children need to go, and we need to touch and feel our ancestors that were there and what they used it for.
Just those few things are already incredible reasons that this land would tick off those boxes that stabilizes us into the future.
One thing that can be created with obtaining a precious piece of land is that we can bring back that community feeling, and all of us can gather and talk and educate the young so they know and can be proud of who we were and who we are now today as one, the Nisenan Nation, the Northern Foothill Nisenan.
the biggest thing, the most desperate moment right now is that we have a very short window to raise a whole bunch of money. The $2.4 million that we want to raise to purchase the land, to pay for any of the government and service fees that have to be paid, to do the necessary things that have to be in place on the land for it to be a viable opportunity for us to use the land, and then to raise also an endowment to move forward.
We're short. Our people are poor. We do not have any resources really available. We live from paycheck to paycheck, and sometimes those paychecks are rather small.
If you're able to support our GoFundMe campaign, thank you very much. If you're unable to give funds, that's perfectly okay too. Not all of us have the funds to give to something like this, but you can share it. If you find our story, our history moving and want us to see us to take the next step to reclaiming some of our culture, share it with your own communities.
When I'm home, it does my heart good that people care and that they support us, and I truly appreciate it, and I hope that we can give more back. I think that's a big part of us. It's not how much we hold and what we have, it's how much we give.